So in today's video, we are going to be talking about why women have it worse. I'm Nancy Shah, midwife of Midlife, and I'm on a mission to help women like you actually use your menopause symptoms as a catalyst for change to set you up for the best later life that you ever even dreamed of. Talking 90s and beyond. You're going to be vibrant, alive, if you watch this channel. I'm kidding. But hopefully this information will help you in that process. So why do women have it worse than men as we go through the midlife transition? Not only now, but women have it worse across the lifespan. I just feel like with the other challenges of the hormonal and body changes that we go through in midlife, it gets exacerbated. So these are themes throughout the lifespan. It's just that they're worse during midlife. It's kind of like everything is worse during midlife. Like, we used to be able to go out and party till 3 o'clock in the morning and wake up and go to class all day and get straight A's. And now it's like, or maybe that was just me. Now, if I stay out till 11, I'm exhausted the next day. You see what I'm going with here, right? So do women actually have it worse? Well, here's some facts. Women in general, and I'm not going to give a bunch of statistics because that's boring, but we are at a much higher risk of suffering from chronic pain, migraines, fibromyalgia, irritable bowel syndrome, and, digestive disorders, autoimmune conditions like Hashimoto's, rheumatoid arthritis. In fact, women are 3 times more likely to suffer from than men. Even Alzheimer's dementia is way more prevalent in women than men. And same with mental health issues. Would you believe that 1 in 4 American women takes psychiatric medications? And this even excludes sleeping pills and anti-anxiety medications. So think about it. Like, at any given time, if you're at a PTA meeting, like literally probably a fourth to a third to even a half of the women in that meeting are on medication to help them manage their moods and their behavior. It's kind of a commentary on how this normal is toxic. This society's normal that I'm going to talk about here in a minute is far from normal. And a lot of this information I'm actually getting from this book, which I love. Maybe you've heard of it, Gabor Mate, The Myth of Normal, where he really dives into this, not only for women, but for people in general. So why is it, and I'm speaking kind of off the cuff here, but why is it that women would have it so much worse? Some of this is in his book. Some of this is obvious, and some of this is from my training. But we as women live in a culture that demeans, distorts, sexualizes, and even kind of makes us suppress who we are in order to survive. We're raised with this expectation that we're always supposed to be nice and play nice, which often means suppressing our emotions, our feelings, and our needs in favor of other people's comfort, right? We never say no, or we're not supposed to say no. And a lot of women who do say no struggle with guilt afterwards, which is another toxic emotion that can really lead to health issues. We never get mad. In fact, if I had $1 for every woman in my office who came to me who had endured like horrible mistreatment, either, some of them horrible mistreatment, like even rape, sexual assault, neglect, emotional and physical abuse. If I had $1 for every one of those women who said, "Oh, I'm not angry about it. I would literally be rich. There's some women that come in and are able to connect with that emotion, but it's actually surprisingly rare how few women are actually really in touch with their own anger. And anger is a healthy emotion that we can use to set boundaries in our lives when people aren't treating us the way we need to be treated. So we also are always prioritizing other people's needs over our own. And we tend to adjust our behavior and who we are so that other people feel more comfortable around us. But sometimes that can be at our own expense. And we're finding out now that these behaviors of suppressing our feelings and being belittled for things that are important to us can have real health consequences. In fact, there was a study done that followed 2,000 women over 10 years. And those who reported having to suppress their emotions in their marriages and their jobs had literally a 4 times greater chance of dying than the women who reported that they felt comfortable sharing their emotions. Because when we don't feel comfortable expressing our emotions, a lot of times we lose touch with those emotions themselves in this process of self-silencing. And when we can't connect with the emotions, I mean, emotion is the source of our motion forward. I'm sure you've heard that before, right? Emotion is our whatever. You know what I mean? Like, emotion is what moves us forward. And when we suppress our negative emotions, such as anger and sadness and frustration, our emotions are like a volume dial. So when you turn down the volume on a song, you don't just turn down the bass, you turn down the treble. So for us, if we're suppressing our negative emotions, we're also suppressing our capacity for joy. And then we kind of have this life experience that is blah and doesn't fulfill us. And it's very difficult for us to follow our passions when we're taught to suppress our negative emotions because we can't connect with the positive emotions that would move us forward towards our dreams, our goals, and who we are meant to be in this world. So that's why women have it worse. And this is the cost to society, is that when we're not in touch with our emotions, we can't become who we were meant to be. And that is so sad and is one of the reasons why I feel like this channel matters and why it's so important to me, is because if I can get even one woman, you watching this channel right now, if I could get you to be more in touch with all of your rainbow of emotional experience so that you can connect with what you're passionate about, even one woman could literally change the planet. But if we can get all women connecting with all of their emotions and really finding their passion and their authenticity, think of how the world would be a so much better place. Anyway, I'm Nancy Shah. If you resonated with this content, please like and subscribe. And I'll leave a link to my free gift below if you want to go deeper with me. It's a PDF called Decoding Your Menopause Symptoms, and it gives you some instructions on how to take your symptoms and use them to up level your life. I'll see you in the next video. Mwah! Sending so much love.